Hey everybody, it's Ken MRVHS. Welcome back to another episode of our 4th Age Total War Dorwinion campaign. And in this one, we have a pretty consequential battle. We are attacking an army. Let's see. Yeah, the army that is right outside Fornhood here. This is the ruler, Borthand of the tribe of the Biting Axe. Let's see if we can see anything useful about his traits. I always forget to do this before a battle. Okay, not too much. He's kind of middle of the road. He doesn't have anything particularly good or particularly bad. I guess you could say there's a little bit of a morale penalty to him here due to him being an incompetent commander. But that's kind of overcome a little bit by the fact that even though he's not a good commander, he at least spends money well and he doesn't push him too hard. So that kind of makes up for the morale. Okay, so we've got him, and then in the settlement here, the garrison, we've got a noble, not an heir, not the heir, rather, and then a decent army here. So they've got Spearmen of Rune, a very nice unit. They've got a couple units of the Great Axes of Rune, 3 units of regular old axemen of Rune, and then some Eastland Slingers and Warband, and a unit of skirmishers. So they're kind of cav poor. What else can we say about this? Well, okay, so it is winter time, and that means that they're going to be a little bit at the advantage here, because all of those units get a bonus to fighting in the snow, and none of mine do. So we'll have to kind of watch out for that. Really, obviously, you know, the second army is the bigger concern. Those axes are a little bit of a worry for me, but if we keep out of their way, if we can use our ranged stuff well, should be okay. And the settlement is somewhere. Geez, I didn't see it there in the pan. Usually you can sort of see where the city is. Is it up there? I kind of think it's like straight north of our location. Maybe I read the map a little bit wrong, but they're going to be coming from somewhere, you know, up this way or maybe over that way more. Okay, so looking at our own forces, we do have 3 slingers, and I'm going to want to use them on the sides, I think. I know that the main army is going to come from over here, so let's line them up sort of on the right. They'll be on the right flank. We got a couple of regular bow units, or 3. We'll see how this looks. This does look like a pretty long line of ranged units. Okay, and for the line, yeah, we've got some good units. There's just not a lot of them. And so if we go like slightly over here, yeah, I think that'll be good. Men-at-arms on the flank, axemen behind, axemen and axemen. Okay, I guess that's all right. And then we'll get our general here. We've only got the one general unit, and then we've got a couple of cav. Let's group all of them together. Or not group them, but just get them. Well, and now that I grouped everybody, it sort of screwed up my my little internal organization. But whatever. Let's see. Oh, I do want to kill the ruler here. So we will go about this, you know, kind of in the typical way. We'll see if they're going to really give us the fight. I think they should. Oh, yeah, the city's behind us, man. Okay. Usually it's not this surprising, but let's get up on the hill. Because, you know, we're here, like, I would expect that we would have been down there. But anyway. They are coming on. Let's run everybody, see if we can get some shots in. He may not let us get shots. So I need to be ready to move with my spears. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Yeah, we're getting way too close. Now, he also has range, and he can start to hit us with his javelins. There he goes. That's good, hitting our slingers. I will take that. And we'll just have to stand here and take it, because he's not going to allow us to rush him with my spears until he's thrown all the javelins. Oh, someone's going heroic. They're trying to skirmish. That's... Alright, get skirmish off. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But, yeah, that's... I guarantee that's what was happening there. I did not give him that move order. But when you see your units doing stupid things like that, take them off skirmish. You know, that's probably the problem. Okay, he maybe... Yeah, I think he's out of javelins already, which is great. We did lose maybe 10 or 12 or 20 of our spear units. Some of this may be friendly fire. We're shooting, you know, up, kind of up a hill. But I don't want my range guys to get caught out easily. I let that happen way too much. I want to save my light cav for the big battle. And I also, you know, I want them to get closer. So let's speed this up. I guess we're just getting friendly fired. We're killing way more of our men than he was. We're gonna use all the ammo. Okay, he's gone. Now what's the main army gonna do? All right, what that means is now we can ignore this. We can ignore that unit basically. We do not need to rat it off the field. In fact, we can just run down the hill. I want to engage the big army, because even if this this guy gets away with all of these men, the general is gone. The family member is gone, and so they will not be getting off the map. Are they going to charge? I kind of hope they just hold back and don't do anything, because I do want to pull these guys into a fight. And I think that if we do rout this unit... Damn it. I think when this unit routs or gets destroyed, they may want to go back to the city. So again, ignore. We've got slings or sling bolts left, or bullets, but no arrows. So we may as well just move these guys back, I guess, as kind of like a ranged unit, or a melee unit. Alright, we're shooting now. And yeah, this is actually kind of a superior force, so maybe I shouldn't have rushed. I think we can do it, though. Alright, so the slingers are there. That's annoying. Axemen of Ruin. I think we'll rush forward a bit. Axemen, Great Axes, Warband, Axemen, Spearmen of Ruin. Alright, let's move some of these guys over. Alright, I think this is... We'll just sit and hold against that. Chase down those guys. I think, you know, that's just Warband. That should be fine for my archers to get involved with. Right, Great Axes are running in. I should actually target them. Alright, let's use the slingers too. My general up this way. And I just want this side to hold. There we go, nice little route. Oh yeah, okay. I think this is probably plenty, so let's bring the general back this way. Alright, We still got slings. We'll keep using them. Alright, but the Cav needs to keep on all of this. And yeah, let's hit those Axemen. And we do need to get the General. We do need to kill him. Alright, we routed those Eastland Slingers. Let's go here. Maybe we can kill the Eastland. I probably don't need to do that. Actually, Hunters stay on. Axemen come back here. Alright, are they routing? Great. Bring you back. Alright, Cav, need to be doing stuff. Where's my other Cav? Also here. Anyone routing? I think we got them all. Actually, let's come back here. I told you to come here. I absolutely told you to come here. Okay, Rider Mercs. Yep, this way, this way. And where's the Axemen? Are they?
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave.
We have to get him.
It's beyond belief.
Okay, and they've come back, those guys, but I think this is all right. We do have to kill these guys. All right, and we have to kill the general if we want to get the city, which we don't arguably need to get the city this turn, but it would be fun to do. We're warmed up, tired. I think we should catch up to him. Yep, okay. Great. And that should be everybody else. Nice. Okay, and so I guess you can come this way. Yep, that's pretty much all of that. Great. So this is their capital. And this is a settlement that we actually don't really want to keep. Yeah, we'll continue the battle because if we keep it, it borders Rune's territory. And what we want to do instead is use this as a bargaining chip. And I may have said that in the lead up to or the wind down from the previous episode, but I forgot. I think I may have said something like, "All right, we don't want to take the city." Because if we do, we'll own it. We don't want to own it because if we border a province with our ally, they will almost certainly attack us. And it's coming back to me now. But at least we lost a lot of our men fighting this battle. But okay, here's the thing: we could take Fornhood and give it to another faction that we don't really care about. Let me think. Because there could be another faction that works just as well as a buffer. That would leave North Rune with, let's see, one province to their north, I think Gwaithring, and then they've got Yathin Ra, which is down to the south. So we want to make sure that we don't eliminate the faction completely. Obviously. All right. So yeah, I mean, what we could do actually is if we're so paranoid about them, about Rune attacking us here, because you can see there's a border here. Northern Highlands is this province, and Northern Marches is this province, and it's a lengthy border, right? So if we're really worried about it, we could just walk away from this, and then they would have like one unit there next turn, and we just put it under siege. That might be the safer move. I really want to sack it though. Get rid of this Trials of Blood. Let's see. What else could we do? We've got not a lot. We could actually bring this guy up there like next turn. All right, what did we think about him? So he's not a governor yet, but he could be a good one. But we don't need him to be in this role right now. We're still in Garth, building up the dominions of these. So I think I will do that. I think I will use this army. We'll just get them close to Foreign Hood because we don't need a big force. And we'll take this army over here to keep Goithring under siege. And this also does not need to be a big army. So what we want to do is get, like, kind of as far away as we can, like that. I think that's fine. And then we bring up you and however many we can that is reasonable.
Captain.
Like something like that. Let's keep the mercs there, I guess. That is how many men? Why doesn't it say how many men he's got with him? Is that, like, not a thing in this game? Maybe it's just a Medieval 1 thing. I've been playing that a bit lately. Alright, so we'll take him out. Next turn, we're going to go deal with that and then put that under siege. We want to make sure we've got all of their forces accounted for. So it might, just to be extra safe, might be good to have a spy there. We've got an agent in here, so that's not going to be a problem. And Fort of Karnan is also just fine. Make sure these places are on low taxes. And yeah, I mean, like, it seems like maybe a bit of a waste, but we got rid of a family member, 2 family members actually, and a big army. That was their biggest force. So they're not going to get that back next turn, and we want to use Fornhud as a buffer. Like, I know there's an argument to be made that we should take it because it is a chief city, as indicated by this blue banner. You know, that's nice to have. It's built up all the way, so it's really easy to upgrade, right, the buildings. You don't have to wait to build up the settlement to a higher tier. It's already there. But, you know, I think we're okay. Right, we've still got this jerk to deal with. He's the new High Chieftain. He may want to move back to his homeland, because we are wrecking stuff. So, how is our economy? Okay, good enough to keep training, I think. Let's get some foresters. Okay, we're getting some there. Can't train anything here yet. Just seeing what I have available here. Population's too small, so that's another thing. Now for this, oh, we've got another mercenary. Great.
Your Honor.
I'm pretty sure there's nothing else coming, so we could just sit here for a while and weaken them.
On my way. Secrecy is assured.
So I think that's what I'll do. And let's just check real quick, refresher on diplomacy. We're still allied with Ravanion, and Ravanion is allied with Harondor, which is meaningless, but they're also still at war with Adunabar and the Bjornings. Now, the Bjornings is an interesting one because they are allied with us, and currently it looks like the people of Ravanion have not succeeded in taking either of these 2 settlements. So that's interesting. They're turning their attention against the Bjornings rather than Rohan. This may be a victory condition for Ravanion. I can't remember. This definitely is. So I'm a little surprised that that Ravanion is going this way rather than south. But also I kind of don't blame him because Rohan is pretty terrifying. Okay, so given we're going to hold there and everything else is just waiting, we'll end the season, get our spy over to, yeah, Lathron. That's a pretty decent army in there, it looks like. Of course, I don't know how Dunamar is doing in the north, but this is their capital, which is not a good sign. Okay, let's just go up here. We'll take a look at what kind of forces Rohan has. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff, but once they get into levy territory, the units tend to be fairly similar. But still, they're bringing some very strong things. Okay, now they've got Holt under siege, and now they've got this one under siege too. So the Bjornings may be screwed, which is really interesting. Yeah, we're not allied, but we are trading with them. All right, I don't see anything else. 2 more seasons. We'll see if they sally. And they do indeed have one unit here. Just a unit of Axemen of Ruin. That's perfect. And they are, yes, everyone's turning. So this is the new High Chieftain heading back to Yarhelkar. And I have to be a little careful here because I don't want to kill all the family off.
Captain.
So I'm going to push him. Hopefully he'll retreat back into the city of Yarhelkar, and we'll just keep him under there. We don't know his traits, but hopefully he's young enough to be around for a while. Okay, and I'm going to wait. Because, again, I don't want to kill him. I don't think there's anybody in here. Let me get an agent. Okay, nobody. Yeah, so I want him to go back and govern. Remember, we want to keep the faction alive. Okay, what I could do is maybe besiege it with this and send this army here against this army. Because the numbers are right. And, well, yeah, we could beat them. It's not great, but we outrange them, and then we've got, you know, Cav. Might be a little tight, but I don't really care so much about this guy. Let's, I'm not going to besiege the city yet, because I want him to retreat there if he loses and gets away. That's kind of my preferable scenario. We attack... We fight. We don't kill Ulwar of the Tribe of the Biting Axe, but we do kill all or most of his men. Or maybe he just withdraws, right? He gets back to the city, and then we besiege it with the bigger army. And then we raise forces to go up to Gwaithring and put that under siege. Or just take it and burn it and leave. Right. Alright, so this is going to be kind of... goofy, but we'll go with that. He's probably going to be uphill. Yep, right over here. I don't think we can reach him. I can't. Okay, there they are. So yeah, we're in range now. Right, this is Warband. And I think he's down off to the left. Alright, are they going to stay and charge? Are they going to turn back? Yep, they're going to turn back. We get a lot of kills here, which is good. We just want to wipe as many of these guys out as possible. We want to whittle down the numbers, really, more than anything else. Because if we do that, they will, I think, be more likely to submit to being a protectorate. If the AI has big garrisons in its towns, I think that is part of their calculation. Like, in terms of how much it'll cost to get them to submit. So that's about half. Alright, and we're no longer firing, so we'll move forward a little bit again. Oh, nope, we're moving again. Alright, yeah, I'll just shoot at these skirmishers for a while. These archers are probably about as good melee units as their warband, you know, now that we've depleted the unit. So if we have to fight with them, I'm fine with it, as long as it's not the general, like their bodyguard who's doing the fighting. So now we only have javelins left, but this is a great unit. Keep them on stand and fight, and yeah, let's go. Let's wait a little bit. Nope, okay. the foresters here with their spears are the guys I want to fight the general with. Alright, now we've got nothing left, so we'll just march forward. Or just, yeah, just march forward. Let's see, are they going to withdraw? They seem not really to want to fight. Okay, you actually need to not want. This is a big annoying mistake. Let's see. I think we're going to be fine, though, with that. Yeah. Alright, let's actually charge into them. There's the skirmishers. Let's send my small unit of bowmen and the bodyguard after them. You can go up here. I want you guys to come up here too. Alright, halt. Thankfully the numbers are so small in this fight, because otherwise this would be extremely annoying to try to manage. Alright, I assume, yeah, we're doing fine down there. And they're holding back. They do have javelins, that Chieftain's Guard unit. He's charging my general now. No, he's charging into the melee. Okay. Get out of there. And hopefully he routs, at which point we just withdraw. Losing heavily. Alright, get ready for everybody to just pull out. Alright, is he broken? I think he is. Alright, get out. What I will do is have everybody, you know, chase these guys. Yep. Okay, what else? Do we have anything else left on the field? I guess not. Alright, yes, we'll continue that. Alright, like, seriously, kill them. There you go. And that worked quite well. So he's going to have to retreat. He's going to go back to the settlement. I hope he goes back into the settlement. And then we just put it under siege immediately. And then there's one unit of axemen and one general's unit, which will replenish over time. Where did you go? They just... He didn't go back, but we didn't kill him. Oh, geez. Okay, well, maybe there's another family member up there. I can't remember if there is. Okay, so let's see. I kind of feel like I want a slightly stronger army because this might not be enough deterrence for an axe unit. Let's go ahead and put it under siege. We're not even going to build anything here. And let's leave behind, like, something reasonable. Yeah, these 2 units, that's even a little bit overkill. Now I want to make sure there's no other armies in here. I don't think so. And what's in Gwaithring? Okay, nothing. There's no people. Well, they better spawn some pretty quick because they got no family, unless there's some guy hanging out down here in the trees, which there could be. But they can also just spawn new units, right? Like they could get an adoptee. They've got 3 settlements, so if all that's left is their ruler, then they may just get an adoption offer, like you would as well, you know, if you lost a bunch of family members and you had a few towns left. Let's get one of you, and let's get spears. Okay, Gargal. Right, we're keeping that for a little while because of public order. So 2 seasons left before that is built. So that's just fine. And that's actually kind of, that's the time frame of us capturing Hjorth. Well, I guess we can move guys up now, right? We don't really need them hanging around here. So I'll move them up to support the siege at Fornhud, just to get like plausible numbers up there. And then we kind of wait and hope that we have enough money in a few turns to afford a protectorate. Alright, so Rune... Okay, so Adunabar has Barad Eden, but they've lost the tower. Oh, this stinks. Oh, I did not want to fight this. We're going to make a save. And just examine that again. Just Woodman Spears, which is no big deal. They've got a nobleman with them. Actually, is he... Yeah, he's a unit of Dragon Slayers. There is a starting general of Dale that is a Framsburg Guard, I think. And that's a foot sword unit, which is going to have higher numbers anyway. So his unit of Black Spears here. So the battle is okay. In terms of winning the battle, oh gosh, I hate how they just slipped over there. Probably went around the Grey Mountains or something. Completely improbable. But, you know, the concern is winning the battle and then getting a crash upon taking the settlement, because that is often my luck. Well, that's why we've got the save. If that occurs, we'll know the AI is desperate, which, you know, of course they are at this point. So that's why I'm also not going to fight this battle particularly hard in terms of wanting to capture the city. I don't want to get Dale as a protectorate, although, you know, I haven't really considered that until just now. So the city, this is kind of frustrating. The city is, I think that's it down there. And where I want to be is right up here. But if that's true, they're going to be coming right from behind me. But maybe it doesn't matter, right? Maybe that's what I do. I just line up here.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Okay, they're like coming into the trees. Because this army is nothing, that little army there. Alright, I'm getting... I think I need new batteries in my mouse or something. That left mouse button feels like it slips. So let's think about this. Should I do a protectorate for Dale? Like, should I aim for that? I mean, like, Hjorth is good. This settlement that we're besieging currently. You know, it's got some timber. It's fine. It's not like a great settlement or anything. Framsburg is more interesting. Kind of because it commands some passes over mountains. Look at these Black Spears just marching in here, all stoic. Like they don't care about arrow fire, which is probably true. And this guy, you see, what's going to happen? They're just going to charge in. And they're going to get themselves killed. Yeah, they're just going to charge into my spears, get themselves killed. And then I'm going to get the city, but I'm going to crash to desktop. That's their strategy here. Hurl ourselves forward like idiots and bait him for the CTD. We should be good against this mounted watch unit. That's about the time their other bodyguard is going to arrive, but I think we'll be okay. We get some extra units to wrap around. And actually, are you available? You kind of are. You're not really doing anything right now. Let's get you out of here. Okay, so yep, they've got archers back there, which is fine. We're just munching through the Dale Mounted Watch. Here comes their bodyguard trying to get my archers, which is... he will definitely succeed at that. We've got spears there. Okay, and that's mounted spear. Riders of Dale. I should kill this general. And I should watch my right, actually. We're going to get pushed through. Woodman axes, Dale Watch. Yeah, let's see if we can kill this guy pretty quick. We're doing good on the left, or at least we're holding. Not breaking as fast as I would have thought. Oh, man. We might just lose this. Well, I would almost welcome that. They're going to try seriously to win a battle. Let's get out of here. Remaining forcers are ready to do something. Let's get them here just as kind of impromptu melee troops. Take skirmish mode off. Let's hit the Dale Watch since they're not doing anything right now. They're an easy target for Cav. Yeah, you target Dale Mounted Watch. You target Woodman Spears. Here come the Woodman Spears for my general. Their general must be giving them some pretty decent buffs. Yeah, they are going to die. They're both going to die. Alright, one of their generals is routing. Let's try to get those Riders of Dale to rout. One general goes down. They will learn nothing from that. I gotta get my general out, speaking of. He's gonna fight to the last man here. I mean, he's fighting archers. They're playing keep away with their light cav. Alright, getting some routing in the center now. Man, look at these, just the staying power of these guys. They are just sticking around. Alright, let's go ahead and disrupt the bows with our spearmen. That's not the best unit for that, but I'll take it. Alright, these are Woodman Spears. Only one unit. It's holding really well. Alright, now we'll pull out. And I want to get back into the rear here and hit these archers. Actually, maybe I should try to route the mass. Right for the black spears. How about that? We're actually going to get a charge, maybe? Oh, no! Baragon to the House of the Bountiful Vine. Goes down fighting black spears. Alright, pull out of that. And let's do some charge cycling here. Wow. Woodman Spears. I mean, we're getting some routing, but we might lose this. Alright, that's a lousy charge. Granted, it's in the woods. Where's my... Okay, my guys are doing their job, which is just keeping the archers busy at the moment. Alright, so pull back, do proper charge. Alright, there goes the other bodyguard. So now if we win... Yeah, which we're gonna... If we kill enough of them, we may win the city, which may trigger a crash. Which would be a shame, because this is now an epic battle. All the generals have died. Everyone who's been involved in this battle. This is the cursed Battle of Hjorth. This is pretty cool. I mean... I don't mind how this played out. I didn't think that my general would have died, charging into... what I think was the back of some black spears. Alright, we do have to go and hit those archers. And this unit is now entirely disposable. Because it is a general-less bodyguard unit. So we'll see how they do against these archers. They're not really getting a charge. They're in pursuit mode. And woodland bows. These guys are now routing. Let's go straight through. Yeah, so that it denies you your charge bonus when they skirmish, which is probably how it should be, right? But it's a lot less satisfying than when you charge infantry who are pinned. All right, so let's end the battle there. I think we got enough to inherit the settlement. Oh, fingers crossed. All right, captured settlement, Hjorth. It looks happy enough. We'll go occupy there, and we're going to keep it. Oh, I'm going to say no for now. But let's take a look at our new acquisition, and then we'll come back and check the south, where Reunited Kingdom is just wiping out the last vestiges of Adunabar. But this was pretty epic. So that wasn't a king, right? This is just a guy. This is my only general up around here. He was the heir. Ooh. Halbarad of the House of the Cross Spears is the new heir. Let's take a look at our family tree. Because I for some reason I pay less attention to the family tree in this game than I do in games that don't actually have a family tree. Like with Medieval Total War, I am scrupulous about sketching out on like blank pieces of paper my my kings and my heirs, and they don't have a proper tree in the game. It just shows you a list of the current heirs, and it's up to you to puzzle it out, who's related to who and how. But in this game, I'm just like, it's a bunch of people. But yeah, so this is, let's see, where was Baragon? This was the heir. Now, it's a little weird because he was the uncle of the current king, Sigthorn of Dorwinion. So this guy has become the heir. Now, that may affect his stats, his opinion of liege. It may make them better than they were. What is he? He is staunch. So that's awesome. I wish I knew what it was before he became the heir. But this guy has quite good authority, our ruler does. And I gotta remember that he's right here, right? No, where's Sigthorn? Take me to Sigthorn. Oh, okay. The King of Dorwinion is right here. He's out in the field. That's right. But he does have a son who will be coming of age, probably very soon, because one of his daughters is already old enough to be married off. So that means that, we may want to think about shuffling this if we want to keep the family tree within the same house, because this guy is House of the Crossed Spears. Let's see, what are you? We can't check what house they belonged to. Sigthorn. Let's just double check this House of the Bountiful Vine. Yeah, so I think Bountiful Vine is sort of like the house of most of them, but he is House of the Crossed Spears. He's a man of Dale. I wonder if he is an adoptee. He may that would make sense. What about Blar? He could be an adoptee too. House of the Silver Blade. Yeah, Man of Ravani. So I think these guys have been adopted. And this guy, oh, no, he's married into the family, right? House of the Dragon Prow, and that is a Man of Dale subculture. So interesting, very interesting. And this guy, House of the Watchtower, this is yet another House of Dorwinion. Tower Man. But they're not like the ruling family. The ruling family is... Well, okay, Tower Man, but House of the Bountiful Vine, this particular house. All right, so if I want to keep it within that and sort of perpetuate that line, Tower Man, I will need to change the heir around, because currently it's going to be Men of Dale. I don't think I want Men of Dale inheriting the rule of Dorwinion, right? That's kind of like winning the battle but losing the war. You want to keep this in the Tower Man, Dorwinion sort of ruling house. All right, so we'll keep that in mind when his son comes of age. I'll try to remember that. We've got plenty of time. But now let's take a look at our new acquisition, Hjorth. Let's see. Okay, so Garth was this 1 season left, and we've got a blue face in Esgaroth. But you know, I could just hold here for a long time. You know, like I don't think I need to push west to Framsburg just yet. I think I'll just wait. We're focusing on the east now. We're focusing on securing North Rune, but in time, like if we get down here, you know, you can see Framsburg is usually a nicely kind of built up settlement, and there's a lot of rebel orc holds in the area. One of which is Mount Gundabad, right here. And you know, so it's full of trolls and orcs and wargs even. So really interesting stuff. What Dale sometimes does, or any AI faction that's around here, is that they naturally go for these rebel settlements. And because the units inside are numerous and decent, they tend to struggle. So this is kind of nice because it prevents Dale, under the AI control, from absolutely dominating on the Eastern Front most of the time. So it keeps things a little more uncertain. But like we could just keep them as a protectorate, and that would be even more secure. So like I don't know how Adunabar is doing right now. They could be dominating over here, and we may not want to border them. So it might be nice to have this, because at some point, some faction, whether Adunabar or the Reunited Kingdom or maybe Rohan coming up from the south, is going to go into these rebel settlements and you know, share a border with us. And at that time, we may not want to own Framsburg. And we could also do things like take land from the Bjornings or whatever and gift that to Dale if we get them as a protectorate. But that's long-term stuff. All right, so anything else new? Just that heroic death. Kind of sad, but again, I've got no regrets. It's pretty cool. So what else can we wreck here? We'll keep the Lord's Feasts. We'll keep the market and construction charter. That's exactly what I want here. That's really the only useful thing, in my opinion, here. I don't know if there's anything else for resources. I don't think so. But I think what we will wait on is the development, the Homeland Dominion. We want to wait until we get the other one squared away in Garth, and then we can start working on that. Okay, so we'll bring you up here. And do we have a king inside? I don't think we do. Where the heck did he go? All right, I may have to get some more scouts. Or even just some cavalry units to send them out.
At once, your honor, your honor, your honor, at once.
Well, I don't see anyone there. They could be anywhere because this province extends pretty much down to this port. And you know, he could be waiting in ambush too. But I don't think he's inside. Okay, there he is. Good, that was pretty easy. Alright. And we'll just get out here so they can see us, and we'll just keep doing this. They may not have much population here, so that's fine. With this, it doesn't look like they've built much, does it? If anything.
Captain.
So this was another one where we will just put it under siege, and then we'll use our scout to check for other units. In fact, I may want to send him up northwest, because sometimes North Ruin will go around the Iron Hills to try to get into Dwarven territory. All right, well, I think that's honestly a pretty good point for us to stop the episode. We've not captured Fornhood, but we've eliminated the full stack that was inside of it, and we're kind of where I want to be now. In a couple of turns, we'll get these guys positioned just right, and we've got Hjorth under our belt. We've got buildings building, and we're going to be getting the you know, the province is all happy with us pretty soon. What we can do is just queue up a couple more units. Let's go like, let's go for more spears and go for, yeah, spears and axes there. And you know what? Let's end the turn just one last time to see. A suitable husband. Okay, we got an offer here. This is another man of Dale. Dale, yeah. But he's a poor governor. He is intelligent. You know, I'll take him. So he's in Belligant for now. We're going to move him, and he'll be our sort of representative in the Northwest. That seems reasonable. So that's his job. And can we push you now? Have you seen wisdom? No. Okay. So frustrating. All right, we're just going to get right here. And we have to be careful because this is their only family member. And if they don't, move him into the settlement, we're going to wipe out the faction unless there's someone else on the map. Which at this point, I kind of doubt. So anyway, we'll have this all sorted for the next episode. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. And take care until then.